Good morning, guys. We're all sparkly. Apologies for the lack of videos recently, but I've been busy. I've been having fun. I've been living in the real world, not this world. What have we been doing? Well, we've been on an expedition, the Salcante Trek to Machu Picchu in Peru, one of the 7 wonders of the world. And oh my word, was it an amazing experience. And it was an amazing experience because it wasn't easy. Not only did we have to tackle the hiking up and down, but we had to tackle the altitude. We had to live in the moment. There were no distractions. There was no internet. There were no emails. There was no angst about what we were going to do because we knew what we were going to do. We had a goal and we had to achieve it. And we had to put determined effort in to achieve it. So we were living in this moment. And so many of us don't live in this moment. Now, we got back to the UK. The phone started pinging. I looked around at the weirdness of what was going on. People walking around, looking at their phones, not taking in their environment. And it's no wonder we suffer from mental discord. Low testosterone. One of the fundamental presenting symptoms is low mood and anxiety, and disappointingly, scarily, sometimes suicidal ideation. Now, this is an incredibly complicated field of medicine, but we need to address causation. So we go back to what we talk about all the time. We talk about the need to address lifestyle, nutrition, exercise, and mindset. And obviously look to pathologies before you start somebody on testosterone replacement therapy. So it should be a very considered decision as into whether you commence TRT. It must be in your best interest. So if you're willing to put the work in, you will see the results. But it isn't that simple because it's not going to be just low testosterone. Lots of things will have got you to where you are right now. We are the sum of all of our past experiences, and we need to make our present mindful and considered to make our future worthy of a next chapter. So look to address all the things that we bang on about all the time. Now, it isn't a sprint. Is it a marathon? Well, kind of, but it's about appreciating every single moment. I had the weirdest conversation with a random guy on the golf course yesterday while running the dogs. And we talk about the perception of time. And dogs live in this moment. They're not worried about the past. They're not worried about the future. Maddie's worried about sausages, tummy rubs, and running after balls. Dexter, squirrels, tummy rubs, they're the same. They live in the moment. They live according to their physiology, and that's incredibly important. So as we said, lots of things will have likely contributed to your low testosterone, and fundamentally, you're not doing all the right things. Now, I had an email from a guy today who's worried that the testosterone has not improved his libido. Now, we've said before there's a titration process, and you must trust the process. Now, you've got negative symptoms, so you immediately want to be better, and you go on a therapy, and you immediately think you're going to be better. Now, the drug effect versus the true effect, and the fact that your physiology has to then adapt to the new levels, that's part of the issue here, but it's not the full issue here. And this particular guy, he's got ADHD, and he's on ADHD medications. Attention deficit hyperactive. So, what's he having? Well, he's having a stimulant. Stimulants, yes, back to the rave days. No, but these stimulants are supposed to calm you down. So, how does it work? Well, it must work by oversaturation, causing downregulation of this stimulatory system. So, you're dampening your response to normal situations because you have an over response to normal situations. So, are you going to have a high libido on ADHD medication? No. Well, you might, but unlikely, isn't it? So we can't fight against our physiology. Now, what we should be doing is looking to how our body functions, physiology, to improve our psychology, allowing our psychology to improve our physiology, to allow our emotions to be more positive. So we've said before, make your behaviors impact your emotions, not allow your emotions to impact your behaviors, because we are protecting ourselves constantly, and we don't need to protect ourselves. We need to be moving forwards, again, towards the light, away from the darkness. We need goals. We need goals to achieve, to then move on to do another goal and another goal and another goal. There is no destination. We've said before, the destination is death. Now, we don't want to go there. We want to live. And it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. You are supposed to work your butt off, because anything worthwhile takes effort. If you take the path of least resistance, you're going to get to the destination before having applied that determined effort, and it's not going to be worth it. So you must put effort in to achieve your reward. And testosterone provides the foundation. TRT is the catalyst, but it's not that simple. It's determined effort every single day. Now, we've all made bad choices, likely repeatedly. It's a learning process. It's a continued journey of evolution to become the best version of yourself. And we all mess up, but we all wake up the next day and say, as Buddha says, every day is a new opportunity to be the best. I've messed that up, but you know what I'm trying to say. Get on with it. There are no excuses. Your subjective experience is incredibly important to you. If you're worried about X, Y, Z, who's worried about it? Yeah, you're worried about it. Nobody else is worried about it. So Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison be the thief of joy. 100% true. If you compare yourself to somebody else and that leads to a sense of negativity, ultimately the only person that's harming is you. So don't do it. It really is that simple. It's a matter of perspective, and you are in charge of your thoughts. So as we said before, look to your physiology to impact your psychology, and your psychology can positively impact your physiology, and then let your emotions, now some will be negative. Push those away. We don't need those ones. We want the positive ones, with that positive reinforcement from doing all the things that you know you should be doing, but paradoxically you might not want to do, but when you start to do them, because you need to do them, you will want to do them. So again, sometimes if you engage in a negative behavior because you deserve it, you have it, you enjoy it, but the flippancy is flippant, temporary, and you're not building, you're actually taking away from all the hard work that you've been putting in before to escape. Because we need to escape this bizarre reality, because this is not reality. When we were climbing Machu Picchu, that's reality. When we were in Greenland and we were kayaking across to the next destination and the tide was fighting against us, the wind, we could not stop. We were forced to keep going. There was no quitting, and we cannot quit in life. But in this world, there's an excuse, there's an opt-out. Go on the London Underground. Everybody's standing like drones on the escalator. We always take the stairs. Lead by example. You need to lead by example to be the best version of yourself and to project out that level of positivity that is lost in this world, where we no longer critically think because we're oversaturated, overstimulated with utter nonsense. This is not reality. Reality is right now, being fully engaged in the moment. And testosterone replacement therapy is that base. It does give you that ability, but still, ultimately, it's up to you to go earn your reward.